Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. Today is going to be a recent find video. It's mostly going to consist of newer Hot Wheels mainlines that I didn't have in the collection, as well as a couple other less common finds that I've made. So without further ado, let's get the ball rolling on this, and we'll check out what I found. So first thing, as usual, is going to be a couple loose finds that I managed to find through a thrift store that I habitually frequent for diecast. So basically we've got just 3 loose cars basically, and I'll show you all three European cars, and they're all from different countries of origin if we're talking about the auto manufacturer. So first one I picked up is kind of a throwback to my youth. We are talking about a Yatming, vintage Yatming Jaguar E-Type. So basically this one I did have as a kid. Believe it or not, it actually had more paint than this one on it. This is a I think an early 80s Yatming release, so pretty much as old as I am. Here's your base, which is very, very tarnished. So metal base, metal body, with the infamous Yatming wheels, and you got the intruded headlights from the chrome plastic portion that also forms this front grille, the bumper corners, as you can see, and the big missing part is the corner of that rear bumper. Besides that, it's fairly complete. Besides the paint, still has semi-functional suspension, as these old Yatmings tend to have. It is a left-hand drive car as well. So, and I get the feeling from the body cues that this could be a later Series 3 or 4 car. So the V12, later, like early 70s model, the like pre-XJS release car. So yeah, it's got the fun little tampos all over, as you can see, and you know, just a beat up, worn old E-Type. But you know, since I had this as a kid, actually I'll put it in front here, had it as a kid, so it's got some kind of like a nostalgic factor that you know, led to the fact that I couldn't leave it behind. Mind you, these are all from one grab bag, right? There was about 10 cars in there, mostly older Hot Wheels fantasy castings, a couple of super fast Matchbox that were missing a bunch of parts, and there was like only one generic casting of a 3rd gen Camaro that had literally like the wheels and axles were just loose within the casting. So yeah, let that one go, despite the casting being actually not that bad. Second one that we're going to check out is a new to me, at least, Hot Wheels Ferrari. This is a 348 TB. So the TB, basically Berlinetta, as opposed to the TS, which is the Targa, and the Spider, which is the Spider, or convertible. So this is a yellow with some remnants of a front tampo with the ultra hot wheels, the two-tone black and yellow interior, which is an awesome feature on these Ferraris by Hot Wheels from this era. And in the back you've got inserted rear lights that are part of the base and or interior, and or I have no idea, but all in all, pretty cool Ferrari. Some missing paint, missing tampo as said before, but overall pretty good condition. Front axle's pretty tired, but the rear one is pretty solid, rolls very well. So these Ultra Hot Wheels are good on the track too, by the way. So there you go. So we got the blue, we got the yellow, and how about we go into not red, but almost dark orange with this really, really nice super fast era Matchbox. This is a Renault 17 TL, so French car, and it's got opening doors, as you can see. For whatever reason, there is no steering wheel or dashboard for that matter, so that may be a missing part. Let me know. I'm not an expert on these older Matchbox super fast cars. I'm more of an 8 dot era kind of guy. You can probably see that the base will need to be secured into place, but overall it's a complete car. It's got those iconic super fast wheels that no longer are chrome but are looking more black, and still got the sticker on the front, the hood basically, and there is some embossed badging in the back. It's definitely not to scale, but it is there. So there you go. You got the Renault 17 TL, little hatchback, sporty looking hatchback. By no means fast, because it's not powerful, but still. And here's your base. So we've got a 74 copyright on here, probably close to this specific release based on the wheels, metal on metal construction, the color, sticker, blue glass, a nice white interior. Either way, pretty nice piece. I'll probably do a couple repairs on it, but nothing crazy. So we got your three primary colors, and these are all the loose cars that I got. I don't know if I should be using the term all, because there's just three, but let's jump right into the main lines. So basically completing the most recent case from where I am. Went to the reject store and actually had Hot Wheels, and recent ones. Slightly overpriced, but overpriced means you will find the ones that you cannot find in the big box stores. So I just went right ahead and picked up what I did not have and what I hadn't found yet. First one is one that I wasn't crazy about and wouldn't have been sad not finding it, but you know, it was there, so definitely wanted it. So it's basically your mainline Zamac Cobra 427 SC, the Shelby. Very, very cool with the raw metal blue detailing. The retro 5-slot wheels. Part of the new Hot Wheels Rolling Metal series. 1 of 5. Very nice casting. No front and rear tampos, but it's got the top deco. Obviously revised casting without the opening hood, but you know, I've got a version of that. And this might actually take the place of another carded SC that I have. The one that is black with the red stripes. Might be getting rid of that one and replacing it with this one, because I have a couple Cobras, so I don't need a bunch of them. Got already 2 loose, so yeah, got this one, first one. Then we're gonna be looking at let's stay with the American stuff first. So I picked up the infamous Duo, which surprisingly I found none of at my local Walmart, but got the 2 Mustangs, the 84 SVO with the Pinto 4-cylinder turbo, as well as the Ford Mustang GT from '92. So one has the rear tampos that are complete. It's got the mid-rise wing, the SVO. One has PR5s, the other one has OH5s. This one's got the sides, the side stripes, which is why it doesn't have a rear. However, it does have a complete front, whereas the middle lights are missing on the SVO, although it does have the Ford badge. So I have no idea why they didn't complete the front lights to match the card art. It would have been very easy, but it is what it is. Very easy to add myself, so I won't complain about that. But overall, 2 very cool versions, the 4 Turbo and the V8. So kind of like a EcoBoost versus the Coyote version today. And really happy they put out this new, the 90s series to go with the 80s. So 80s and 90s are my most favorite decades of cars, because that's what I grew up with, and well, they just had cool styling. So you know, I personally feel you can't pick up one without the other of these ones, and they just complement each other so well. So now that we've checked out the American cars, why don't we jump right into the Japanese stuff that I managed to find. So first one that I absolutely had to pick up was the recolor of the 787B in the quasi-renowned, you know, iconic Le Mans livery. Obviously, well, it's Mazda now, because they you know, you need licenses to use official liveries, so saving a little bit of money there. The rear tamper work is incomplete if we're talking about the engine clamshell, but it does have the huge Mazda logo on that rear wing. Aero disc on the front, 5 spokes in the back. It's kind of legit because the Mazda Speed wheels that were used were 3-piece 5 spokes with the chrome lip, and, or should I say polished, or not even, machined lip with the metallic gold spokes. Very cool. And they did have aero covers on the front wheels for better brake cooling at the end of that Mulsanne straight. You definitely need those brakes to not overheat, because you will be going quite fast if the brakes let go. I mean, we're talking about well over 200 miles per hour, or well over 325 kilometers an hour, depending where you are in the world. And yeah, nice little recolor. Very definitely very iconic. We do have as well, this I couldn't pass up, a really clean yellow version of the Acura NSX, which I do have in red in the exact same configuration if we're talking about tamper work and wheels. Older release, probably 6-7 years ago. Now we have it in yellow, all clean, all stock. Just missing the front light and front grille details. But the rear is really well done. A nice Rio casting right there, again, 90s, so that's awesome. Really happy about that. They did have a few cars from older cases as well that I never managed to find, 2 of which I had to have. So no surprise in regards to this guy here, EG Civic 92, which I never managed to find in the store because Civics are basically, you know, they're gone before they even have a chance to hit the big box shelves or pegs. So happy to pick up this one. There were 2 of these, I believe. Left the other one there because they're hard to find as is, so I didn't want to, you know, if a collector has the same idea as me, pay a little bit more but get what you want. This is what I mean by a little bit more. $3 for a mainline, guys. Gotta pay to play. So, part of the J Import series. Always a winning series. I do like that. We're gonna go really well with the EF. And I did finally manage to find the R33 GTR with the Godzilla livery. Of course, Godzilla livery means no front tampo, which is fortunate, unfortunate. I'll let you be the judge. And particularity with this one, there were 2 of these as well on the pegs. I took this one because look at this. Nice little error with a tampo slide. And I mean, I've got the R33 casting loose in purple. So I mean, I don't really need a perfect one. I just thought this was really funny with just, like, you know, bumper lights instead of actual lights that are where they're supposed to be. So yeah, that's pretty funny. But this one, I mean, it's just to have it, basically. I mean, if they come up with the R34, I'll be on the lookout for it as well. So managed to pick up a little tampo error, which is always cool. Then we'll finish up with the European mainlines. Hot Wheels wise, I found 3 European cars that I decided to keep. Let's start with the Bugatti Bolide. Never found the original in blue. Now I have this recolor with the black and red scheme, and I personally find it looks better than the blue one in views of the yellow lipped aero discs, which look phenomenal. It works on this casting very well. You know, very nice casting. Bugattis are always nice. It's nice to have an exemplar of each model that comes out, and I love these really thin, well executed rear light details on the back. It's a crazy looking car. So not my favorite Bugatti of all time, but it's still nice. And 2 other Hot Wheels that I managed to find, let's just get these aligned a little bit better, there you go, would be, first and foremost, well, this is basically a throwback to my childhood. Had to pick up Bumblebee, the Beetle, Fusca. Got the front rear tampos, although the front tampo is literally an Autobots symbol. as the front lights are inserted parts from the base. Staggered 5 spokes. This is an old casting, you know, but they decided to redux it as a Bumblebee. I would have probably centered the logo, to be honest with you, a little bit, but at the end of the day, you've got that ridge in the middle of the front that would impede on preventing errors. So, you know, it's cool to have the Transformers collab finally. And yeah, hopefully they come out with a cool series of these cars. Basically, you know, they got a bunch of castings that they could use. I mean, already they're doing the Optimus Prime in the what is it, Super Rig series or something like that. The truck, basically, the truck with the trailer. They're doing that, and I mean, they could use the 935 that they used for the Magnus Walker Porsche, the old one, to make Jazz. They could use some type of minivan and make a red version as well as an ambulance version to do the to do some other characters. Lancia Stratos Group 5 is out. They could make a mainline version and go ahead and make geez, I'm running blanks here in regards to the names, but I mean, either way, you know what I'm talking about. Wheeljack, there you go. So many more. I mean, couple Countachs that could be used as well for Sunstreaker and whatever. There could be C3 Corvette that they make. You know, so many. An F1 car to make Mirage. I mean, they could make a big series of this. They could make a 10-car series out of this easy, you know. Instead of doing screen time, they could do, like, you know, Transformers. But either way, I digress. And last Hot Wheels that I picked up was the Magnus Walker 993 Porsche 911. Obviously, this is a real car, a real livery, and Magnus did give his green light to make it as a Hot Wheels, which he's done for many a casting that have been done by Hot Wheels. This one doesn't have the front tampo, but it does have the top and the side, and that rear light bar, the unmistakable rear light bar. So well done cast. Like the gold lace wheels, go really well. Look like the wheels that are on his 1-to-1 car. So happy to add that to the Magnus Walker lineup of Hot Wheels Porsches and others. Last main line I picked up would be a Matchbox, actually, and this is one that's been eluding me from the last wave. This is darn 992 Targa 4, which I cannot wait to crack open so I can finish that roof bar and the roof details respectively in black and silver to actually make it match the real car. Because this clear roof is literally what they did is just change the glass portion of the convertible that they made in red in the mix before this one, and just, you know, made a Targa out of it. But it needs work. It needs work, but it's a nice looking cast. Tampos in front and in the rear are very good, and this midnight blue color looks really, really awesome. So can't wait to get that one cracked open. And basically, you know what, we'll put it next to Magnus's car. There we go. And last but not least, my last find is actually one that I was very surprised to find. Oh boy, sorry about that. We'll put it over here. There we go. So last car I found, and we'll actually move these over a little bit too, just to make some room. The Ferrari here, the Renault here, and the little Jag here. Last one I found is this one, a 143rd Maisto, but this is like seemingly WRC kind of series, I guess. It's a Peugeot 307 WRC, so a real rally car. You got all the legit sponsors on here. Well, obviously it doesn't have Maisto on the real one, but besides that, the Total, Clarion, you know, Peugeot.com, I mean, all this stuff. I mean, you got the driver's name on there, number 5, and all these little sponsors on the roof. This is normally a CC, so coupe convertible with the hardtop convertible, but yeah, in this case, obviously it's just a hardtop because it's a race car. You got the vents on the hood, multi-spoke white wheels to match with the car. The box is in pretty bad shape. The actual window of the box is no longer attached to the top, but I mean, it's new in box, despite the box being in crappy condition. And this is not a pullback. It's actually meant to be a collector model. It's got the Michelin lettering on the tires too. Big wing. Just a nice car. Lensed fronts, non-painted rears, which doesn't really matter because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's red. And you got the Sparko windshield banner too. So very cool little find. I'll be unboxing this eventually, but for the sake of keeping this video short and sweet, we won't do that today. But there's my finds for the last week or so. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, obviously, well, leave a like, comment your feedback, you know, tell me what you thought, which one's your favorite in this little haul of cars, and yeah, hopefully everything's well in your world and all goes well on your hunts. Best of luck, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.